Well, welcome back again, and I hope you guys had a great discussion. Hope you really enjoyed session 2. And if you're like most people, your eyes are starting to open up and you're starting to see what's actually happening, and it's now starting to make sense. What I can tell you is session 3 is now going to start to put some concrete evidence to this as we start to go through the Bible in session 3 and 4, as we're going to go through the entire Bible and look at a number of key passages that show you very specifically where sin is a direct causation of these consequences, and you're going to see this start to be represented in your life as you start to see issues going on, and your mind is going to think about stuff as God's going to start to reveal a lot of really cool things. So session 3 is coming up. You will really enjoy it. Before we wrap up this session though completely, I wanted to cover 2 things. I want to cover your past homework assignment and give you your next homework assignment. So your past homework assignment was simply to start reading the book, The Prayer of Freedom. But as you're doing that, I wanted you to advance as a priority straight over to chapter 11 and begin the breaking free process. The most important part in chapter 11 is to do the issue grid. So I want to make sure that you've done the issue grid, and that is a list of issues that you're dealing with, so that we can measure it as you go through this. And then you were to not only start but fully complete the list preparation guide that's at the beginning of chapter 12. The list preparation guide is a set of memory joggers, different categories where a lot of people have unrepented, unconfessed sin. And you're just asking God to help you make a list of all of those things. So my question is, how are you doing on the homework? And if you haven't completed that, I need you to go on and make that the priority as soon as you get back to work from the session here, okay? Now for the homework for this session that I need you to begin on before we get to session 3. Continue reading the book, the first section of the book, so you get caught up on that. But the most important part now is to begin at the last part of chapter 12. At the end of the list preparation guide, it then moves into the actual prayer of freedom. And the prayer of freedom is a set of processes on praying through those unrepented sins that you've made a list of, and starts to nullify those things, the things we call legal rights. You're going to hear about legal rights later in the course. And it's going to start to free you up. And what's going to happen is it's going to start to break things out of your life, and you're going to see things disappear. And as they disappear, you will be going back to your issue grid, and you're going to regrade them and find that they're all disappearing, or at least the majority of them. So that's your job now. The only key, just follow the instructions. It's all self-explanatory. But the real key is to pray these things out loud. Okay? Now it can be a very soft whisper so no one hears it except you, or it can be, verbally out loud just like this. The key is to pray it out loud, because the spirits that we're trying to get rid of, a lot of them, they don't hear your thoughts, they only hear your voice. So that way they can hear that their legal right's been broken and they have to leave. Okay? So get started on that, and then we'll come back for session 3, and I'll see you then. Be very blessed.